My parents sent me away to build a better life. My name is Ryan, and this is the story of the biggest sacrifice my parents ever made for me. A decision that I hated at first became the reason I found my future. I was born into a simple family where love was always more important than money. My parents never had a luxurious life, but they always tried to give me everything they could. They worked hard every day, not for themselves, but for me. They wanted me to have opportunities that they never had. Since childhood, I watched my parents struggle. They would wake up early, work long hours, and come home tired, but they never complained. Whenever I asked them why they worked so much, they always smiled and said, "One day you will have a better life." Those words stayed in my heart. As I grew older, I started understanding the difficulties of life. I wanted to help my parents, but I had no special skills and very few opportunities. I tried different jobs, but nothing was enough to change our situation. Every day I saw my parents getting older while still working hard. It hurt me to see them sacrificing their happiness for me. I promised myself that one day I would give them the life they deserved. But life was not easy. There were many nights when I sat alone thinking about my future. I wondered if I would ever be successful. I wondered if I would ever be able to make my parents proud. Then one day my parents called me and told me they wanted to talk. The serious look on their faces made me nervous. They told me they had made a decision. They had found an opportunity for me to go abroad and work. They believed that if I stayed there, I would keep struggling with the same problems. They wanted me to leave my comfort zone, work hard, and build a better future. At first, I could not believe what I was hearing. They wanted me to leave my home. They wanted me to go to another country where I knew nobody. My heart was full of questions. I asked them, "Why are you sending me away? Don't you want me here with you?" My mother looked at me with tears in her eyes and said, "We are not sending you away because we don't need you. We are sending you away because we love you." Those words confused me. I did not understand how leaving home could be an act of love. I thought my parents wanted to get rid of their responsibility. I felt hurt. I thought about all the moments I had dreamed of success. I imagined celebrating my achievements with my family, but now I had to leave them behind. Still, I accepted their decision because I knew they wanted the best for me. The day I left home was unforgettable. My parents tried to stay strong, but I could see the sadness in their eyes. They hugged me tightly, and for the first time, I realized how difficult this was for them too. They were not just losing a child from their home. They were sacrificing their own happiness for my future. When I arrived in a new country, everything felt strange. The language was different, the people were different, the lifestyle was different. I felt completely alone. The first few months were the hardest days of my life. I worked long hours. Sometimes I was so tired that I wanted to give up. There were moments when I wanted to pack my bags and return home. I missed my parents, I missed my old life. I started thinking that maybe my parents had made the wrong decision, but every time I remembered their tired faces and their sacrifices, I continued. I told myself that I could not waste the opportunity they gave me. Slowly things started changing. I learned new skills, I became stronger, I worked harder. The place that once felt like a punishment became the place where I discovered myself. I realized that my parents did not send me away from them. They sent me toward my dreams. They wanted me to escape the struggles they had faced their whole lives. They wanted me to build a future where I would not have to worry about every small thing. Years passed and my life started improving. I got a better job, I became financially stable. I was finally able to support my parents. The first time I sent money back home, I felt something I had never felt before. I felt proud. Not because of the money, but because I knew my parents' sacrifices were becoming meaningful. One day I called my parents and told them, "You were right." There was silence on the phone. Then my father said, "We never wanted you to leave us. We only wanted you to reach a place where your dreams could come true." Those words touched my heart. I finally understood everything. Parents sometimes make decisions that hurt our feelings, but behind those decisions, there can be a love that we do not understand at that moment. They were willing to spend years without me around just so I could have a better life. They chose their own loneliness so I could have a future. After many years, I returned home. When I saw my parents again, I realized how much they had aged. But their smiles were the same. I hugged them and thanked them for everything. I told them that their hardest decision became my greatest blessing. My parents taught me that true love is not always about keeping someone close. Sometimes true love means letting someone go so they can grow. Today, whenever I look back at my journey, I do not remember the pain of leaving. I remember the reason behind it. My parents did not send me away because life was easier without me. They sent me away because they wanted my life to be easier. Their dream was never about losing me. Their dream was seeing me succeed. And I will always be grateful for the sacrifice they made for me.